Today we're going to be speaking to Pam Turner, who has a total of 43 years experience working in nursing and management roles in the OR setting. Welcome, Pam. Nice to have you with
Thank
us.
you.
I wonder if you could tell me what you feel the current challenges are for directors of perioperative services, people in kind of management positions within healthcare setting.
A lot of our products that we use aren't in the systems. There's a lot of information that takes place. And of course, if you're using multiples and they're not in the system, that means that you have to go in and physically put them in. And I'm talking about the circulating nurse. Now we also have a written record. So matter of fact, two written records. One is that if there's a sales rep that's there, the sales rep is keeping track of his or her record of the products that we're using. And then on the other hand, I have the circulating nurse writing out an implant record. So not only are you typing it in, now you're writing it again as an implant record to go into one of our binders that we have to keep for at least 10 years. There's a recall. We have to be able to go into that chart. We have to know the date of the surgery when it occurred, so we can go back to that year and that date and go through the manual record to verify that, yeah, we did have surgery that day, and these are the products that were used.
And of course, all this time they're supposed to be focused on the patient and supporting the physician to make sure that surgery is going well. So it sounds like quite a distraction for the staff.
You know, time is money, and we want to make sure that we continue to do our surgical procedures in a timely and efficient manner. But again, you know, these are the off cases that we see that really put time constraints on the nurse itself.
I'm thinking more kind of in your management role. Were you liaising with other parts of the organisation? Because the data that comes from OR is important for organisational workflows, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. We as an administrative team, it was the chief of surgery, myself, the CNO, we had the CFO, and we also had the director of finance. And we would get together about once a month to go over where we are with our charge captures. So the charges that have been placed out, the monies that we've received back, and where there is a little bit of deficit that we need to focus on to get it to the next step. Because most insurance companies don't pay between 90 and 120 days out. So you've got a lot of capital that's going through here. And again, you know, you want to be able to justify the charges that are being dropped. So sometimes the charges are automatically done by the computer, but it's not until finance looks at it that sees that there's information omitted, and that we need to go back and plug that information in. And again, that's another time consuming because I don't have, a lot of fluff in the administration and the operating room. So a lot of it has to be done by myself in order for that to be complete. So everything else is on hold while I complete that task.
When we do showcase Snap&Go at the ARN meetings, we do get a lot of interest from nurses. A lot of them are using barcode scanning systems, which can be quite frustrating at times. How do you feel that image recognition compares to barcode scanning?
Barcode is what we have, but it's not all inclusive. And that's where I think we miss the boat. We want to be able to have something that's at our fingertips and that we can truly trust. If we can capture all of the information that is necessary for the case, as well as for implants, as well as for recalls, it's a win-win situation. It's a win-win for the patient, because now the nurse isn't spending all that time, not only having an ear towards the patient and the doctor and the scrub person, but you're busy taking care of everything. I think it would make everybody's life easier. And on the other hand, you've got your financial revenue being done immediately. And what better way, instead of having a nurse typing that in one product at a time, to put it down and have it go zoom. It's got the product name, the product information, it's got the serial number, the reference number, the company, and the expiration date. And it's mesmerizing. And the fact is that if I needed to do a recall, I would just have to type it in and it would come right to me as a report. It's a very simple process. All you need to do is place your product under the camera and you wait until the light turns green, and then you just remove the product information, and it assures us that the product has been placed into the chart. There is no way on earth that you could spend 3 seconds putting product information into a EMR. It just cannot be done. You cannot do it in 3 seconds. And I'm assured that if it's used in an operating room under the circumstances, no matter if it's a trauma or if it's a regular routine case, it'll make life easier in the fast lane. And again, the nurse will be spending more time focusing on the patient